Hi, it's Marina, the Soul Alchemist. It's time for Pick Your Own Card Weekly Guidance for the 7th through to the 13th of April. So we are using the Akashic Oracle card deck, which is a modality in a box. It does come with a key that you can use as a pendulum to activate karmic healing. That comes free. Also, a masterclass, a 2-hour masterclass to get you attuned to the cards with Archangel Metatron and then start to understand the framework of the cards, the different types of chambers. And we also go through the energies of the cards as well and some kind of basic top tips how to get started. So that all comes free with the actual class. So if you want to check out more details about that, then please do. And you could then play along with me each week, or where I am suggesting to leave a card out for 24 hours to activate more karmic healing or energetic shifts of some kind, then you have the cards to be able to facilitate that process as well, because they are portals of healing energy, activation energy in their own right. They're not just an oracle, they are also a healing tool. So very exciting this week. It's all about money and wealth. And it's really interesting because we did have a bit of a money theme last week. And from last week, I created a new Akashic meditation, new Akashic journey that deals with money curses. So that is going to be linked to the end of this video. If you can't find it, let me know. And what I'll do is I'll link it in the comments below as well. And that is helping you to release curses that are still impacting your money flow and your ability to hold on to money in particular, because that can be a bit of a challenge. So, money and wealth, we have this beautiful spread that's also going to give you some insights and specific information, perhaps to take on board to help you with the money relationship that you have. And it is money relationship in particular that I am tuning into for this week. So, if you've not picked a card, pick your card. I'm not sure if I've done this. Cards 1, 2, or 3, and then share your card pick below. I picked card 1. So we are going to dive into card 1 now and what that message is. So money and wealth, your relationship with money and wealth. If you are finding a challenge this week, then this is what you can take on board to maybe unlock the flow. And it is literally balance and flow. So, where are you pushing too hard? Where are you going into a place of desperation and fear? Especially if you've got your business and you are wanting to attract more clients, then pushing too hard or coming from that place of desperation can be really felt in the energy. Now, don't get me wrong, when we are in that place, it's hard not to be giving those vibes off. But what this card is saying is if there's any way that you can take a pause, take a step back, and bring your body, bring your mind, bring your energy back inwards to get out of the head, which is where all the worry cycles kind of like really like to go round like a washing machine. Drop back into the heart, drop back into the body. And if you need to go out into nature or go and do some dancing or whatever it might be to drop back into the body, then go do that. And what I really got loud and clear with this particular card is in order to create balance and flow, this doesn't need to cost any money. So straight away, what you're doing is you are finding something that brings you balance, brings you flow, and it's not going to put any additional strain, any additional kind of like influence on your resource, on the resource that's available. We readily have things that are available to us that don't need to cost anything, that can bring us balance and flow. But that might need you to understand what those activities are, who those people are that you need to speak to that can give you that little bit of a lift, give you that little bit of a boost, or give you that support, have a little talking to. So this doesn't need to cost any money. in order to get balance and flow. But if you are finding yourself off kilter this week, going into worry cycles, feeling like you're coming from a place of hustle and push and working too hard, then what you're doing is you're repelling money. You're repelling wealth. You're repelling that flow. You're creating blockage. You are creating the blockage. So this is where you have to go inward to see why the blockage is, bring some balance, bring some peace where possible. It might be breath work, it might be meditation. As I say, walking out in nature is your walking meditation, moving the body to move the energy, move the stagnancy. That is what's needed. Go jump on a trampoline, whatever it might be, go swing in the park, something that is just going to help you to shift this energy and just get back into the physical body. Get creative, maybe do some doodling. Some people like to do that. Even go do some jigsaws, whatever it is. It's just about disconnecting, getting back into a place of equilibrium. And then what you might find is an idea, an inspiration, an opportunity then comes along because you are not getting in the way. But it's an inner game. Our external world is a reflection of our internal world, as we know. And your internal world, if you are getting stuck and literally blocked with the energy of money, wealth, and abundance, then it's where do I bring more balance to my inner world, which can then show up in my outer world. So hopefully that makes sense. Do let me know. So balance and flow is our first card. Now we're going to move on to the second card. Now, what I would say with each of these cards, if you have picking that specific card and you need to work with balance and flow, then I would invite you to leave that card out for 24 hours or longer. Tune into it. Ask, maybe with your key pendulum, you know, how many days, how many hours do I need to leave this out? And then ask for whatever can be cleared that's going to support me with having greater inner balance, a support with a shift and up level with my bank balance. Where can I invite more flow into my bank balance? Then I would like those blocks, those energies to be shifted, cleared, released. And it's just a request. Leave the card out for it to do its work. Right, so if you've picked card 2, very different energy, very different approach to the energy of money, wealth, and abundance. So it's growth and up level. So there could be something here for you where you maybe are being invited to shift your normal behaviors and habits around money. There is one that encourages growth and up level. So it could be a mindset shift. It might be calling yourself out on something that you would normally have automatically gone into. And that could be a reaction to perhaps an unexpected bill that lands in your email box or whatever. And normally it'll be maybe going to complaining or going into fear, whatever it might have been. And there's an invitation here for you to pause and respond in a different way. Respond maybe with an affirmation that encourages a sense of trust, that that the universe has my back, or I'm always going to be supported. I don't need to fall straight into worry. Whatever it might be, there's an invitation here for you to grow and up level a reaction, a response, a behavior, a habit that you would normally connect with money, wealth, and prosperity. And that could be just, I have to work hard for success. And it might be actually, I'm tired of having this belief and actually doing the do that supports that and upholds that belief. And actually, I'm gonna relax a little bit more and not go so hard on myself, and actually start to appreciate my worth, my gifts, my talents. And it might be that I'm going to go and put my prices up in my business. I'm going to go and ask for that raise from my boss. I'm going to go and look for another job that pays more because I know that I'm worth it. So this is growth and up level. And this is literally about expanding your ability to hold, attract, more money, wealth, and abundance. But something old needs to shift in order for that growth and up level to occur. And it could be just you getting to the point where you've had enough. And it's like, you know, when we can just reach those points and it's like, I cannot continue in this same loop, in this same pattern. I have got to change something here. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to happen overnight, but the fact that you've had awareness and it's this determination energy that you bring to that, because we can have these awarenesses and we can say these things, but we then never do anything about it because it just feels too hard and we resist it and we sabotage and all of those things. But this energy feels different this week. There's a turning point, and it's like, no, I am doing this. I am going to do this. I am doing this. And you go off and start to take those steps. She's taking those steps. She's moving into the light. So this isn't just about standing in front of the cave wall and I'm going to do this. No, I'm not going to do this. And the cave wall stays there. It's like, no, this is a breakthrough. So there's a breakthrough that's happening here with behavior, mindset, maybe relationship with money, a perspective that maybe you've just never seen before. And it's this awareness that you are now gaining that just changes everything. And, you know, the wall can just fall away and it's like, oh my gosh, okay, I have totally got this. So that is what's happening here. So it's a beautiful card. It's growth and up level, but it also portends a breakthrough in some shape or form around your money, wealth, and abundance. So again, let me know how the card is resonating. Also, of course, if you want to have a one-to-one session with me, then please do reach out. I do single sessions and I do subscriptions of 4 sessions per year. You pay for that monthly, and then I hold the space for you for a whole 12 months, and we get a quarterly session together that is a forecast and also Akashic healing rolled up all into one. Again, if you've got these cards, you may want to leave the growth and up level card out for a little bit of time through the week, or you may want to sit and work with it, journal on it, ask for the card to help you to get that awareness around what it is that needs to have the breakthrough. Use these cards in multiple ways because that's what they're here for. Okay, so if you've got card 3 as your main focus, again, different frequency, and take all of these cards on board as well in terms of messages, because they do all have very different insights attached to them this week. So this is how you can potentially approach the energy of money and abundance and wealth this week. And it's with unconditional love. So very different again to the 2 energies that we've had. And so for some of you, you might absolutely at times despise money because you don't feel that you're supported by it, that you don't have enough of it, or it causes problems. It causes, you know, bigger problems out in the world. And that's beliefs that we have attached to money. Money is a facilitator. Money is a healer. Money is an enabler. But it's only because of what we attach to money. Money is just a frequency. And it's how we respond or react or behave around this particular energy. And that's also, of course, based on our beliefs and our experiences and our conditioning and our blocks and all of those things. So this card is asking, is there an opportunity for you to love the energy of money, wealth, and abundance in a greater way? Are there any parts of you and your experience that you've had that where you have felt let down, and maybe you're blaming money for that, or in some shape or form there's money is receiving an energy, a frequency of blame or regret or mistake or shame or whatever, guilt? And is there a way that you can bring light to that connection, that energy, that emotion, that memory? And can you bring forgiveness to that and allow yourself to transmute that and replace it with love? And essentially, that will be love for self as well, because you are the one that's still making an association or attaching these things together. And if you can transmute that with unconditional love, it allows you then to let go, move on past the things that maybe need to be like let go of and, kept in the past, because, you don't need to continue to carry them. And it opens you up energetically then to start to create a different type of relationship with the energy of money, prosperity, wealth, abundance. There may also be for some of you thinking that I can't have a really loving relationship and have money as well. It's an either or situation. We can't have it all. We can't have both. One has to be given up or lessened in order to fully have the other. And again, that's not correct, but we may have bought into that. So is there anything around that perspective or belief that you could also start to work with, see where it comes from, and change the narrative, change the perspective, change the belief? So again, this is a card that you could use, leave it out, ask for anything that isn't serving or supporting you to be released from your energy field, from your Akashic records, because these are Akashic Oracle cards. So they're connected with your Akashic records. You just need to request for this healing, the alignment, the shifts to happen. Intend what it is that you would like to experience, and let the card do its work. Let the card bring the wisdom through the card, through the portal, through your records into your energy field. Okay, so hopefully this is making sense. So money, wealth, and abundance is what we have. The final bonus card is just going a little bit deeper with that, and it's tying it all together. And literally, it's tying it all together. We've got soul contracts. So on a very practical level, do you have contracts, money contracts, subscriptions, things that are outdated, things that you don't actually use, that you can release, that are, that is actually going to facilitate giving you more income, more available income every month? So that's a very practical thing to go and look at. Are you using everything that you have signed up for that's going out of your bank account every month? And is it still essential? Is it still a desire? Is it still a want or a need? How is it fulfilling you? How is it changing your life or giving you some kind of experience in your life? And if it's not, then do you need it? Do you want it? So you've got that from a kind of money contracts perspective. And, there may also be here, some things obviously are a necessity rather than a desire, but still, are you able to save money and switch the provider to actually pay less? So there is some money management responsibility. I always see it as kind of like money alchemy, because we are leveraging the resources that we have, and we're being smart with our money. We're having money work harder for us rather than us working harder for money. So what can you do from a money contracts perspective? You may also find that there is availability for money contracts, like new money contracts, new money opportunities. And that could be through jobs, it could be through clients, it could be through your business ideas, inspirations, doors opening, which allows this new threading of money coming through to you. The final thing that I want to say with this card is, if you are starting to change your money mindset and your money relationship to one that is more healthy, one that is more thriving, one that is more nourishing and nurturing for you, where you are not working, in a dead end or kind of really like suppressing job, then that opens up this new space for you to play with money, play in the energy of money, to activate money to come in through more fun, more pleasure, more playfulness. and not the heavy energy that generally we generally associate with money, which is to work hard. It's very masculine. It can only come to me in a certain way, through a certain channel or a couple of channels. And there's no other way for me to receive money. So this is opening up, firstly, your expansion with the energy of money, but also just being open to how you receive money, how you can create it, how you can attract it. And if you're shifting the old stuff, the old money identity that you have created, then you are opening yourself up to creating a new type of contract, soul contract, where it feels lighter, it feels different. It maybe feel, it's more of the Aquarian ascended age of being in a relationship with money, and not the old patriarchal way and the one that we have been taught and we have been doing for thousands of years. So we've got this new soul contract that is available with the frequency of money, but it is going to need our part of noticing what is outdated, what we're ready to release, so we can create these new soul contracts with the frequency of money. And you've got this red face here, which could denote the energy of money, because in some cultures, money is denoted by the color red. And this could be us, in the blue energy, Aquarius, soul energy. And we've kind of like the meeting of minds, the meeting of energy. So let me know if these cards are resonating. Hopefully this has got you fired up to approach this very emotive topic and resource that we have available to us in our experience for this week. See if you can just approach it in a very different way, and notice all of the times that you are triggered, that you are that you give your emotions away to something that is connected to the energy of money, bills, income, salary, clients, the flow of money, the banking system, whatever it might be. What is your feelings? What are your beliefs? What is your approach, your behaviors around that? And is there some availability to change that up and expand it? Release some of it and open yourself up to new ways of being with the frequency of money, wealth, and abundance. I would love to hear. Don't forget to use the cards. Keep them out. Have them support you with ideas, inspirations, maybe journaling, healing, of course, and additional wisdom. So, love and blessings, everybody. Have a beautiful week. And don't forget to check out the meditation at the end, which is all about releasing money curses. All right, love and blessings, everybody. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.